If you updated your game today, you will have the access to all 6 of the Rebirth buffed champs, assuming you had them ranked them as 6 stars, of course. And today I'm going to be talking about Venom, and we're going to go ahead and quickly go over what was changed in his kits before we go into gameplay, starting with the fact that now his personal passives, which means the Furies and his mutations, and his regens are paused during specials and for 5 seconds on striker activation, which is just super good for all 3 of those categories, especially regens, because that means you're even regenning more than what you originally would be. So taking the hits on the block and stuff like you're supposed to be doing with Venom is awesome, and then you have more uptime on the Furies, which is great. Now 10 hits on either champion triggers a debuff instead of your combo meter, so if you get hit, then it doesn't reset anything, which is good. Your unblockable ability accuracy is a little bit different, but not too much to talk about on this. And then change the special 2 genetic memory debuff consumption from all debuffs to all but the last 2 most recent. This is really good, because that means that Venom's biggest problem of always being hey, you are going to have to consume all your utility to do damage, that is much more alleviated here, because that means you can keep 2 decelerates up, keep 2 specters up on your special 2 and still get a bunch of damage for it. And then they updated the Lady Deathstrike synergy, which is basically what that synergy was doing. From there, his old Sig ability used to be increasing the potency of his debuffs and stuff, but now that they're going much more away from the combo count mechanic, we're going to be inflicting a passive called an Exacerbate passive instead, which is much more helpful, especially because they're just passives that just stay there forever, and they're always going to be increasing the debuff potency, can't ever go away with the combo meter, similar to what they were doing with how often the debuffs trigger. And yeah, you can see the potency of the Exacerbate passive right there. So overall, I'm really happy with how his buff turned out. We're going to go ahead and get into some gameplay, breaking down some of the strengths of Venom and stuff. I don't think he's going to be the most perfect BG's champion, because he wants to ramp up a little bit, but I do really like the idea for Alliance War and a bunch of other pieces of content in the game, and we'll be trying to get the 7-star and give him a bunch of Sig Stones as quick as I can. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. I'm going to start by showing off the short fight rotation first, and something that you might not have even realized, because it's not exactly clear in the patch notes, exactly the buff details, it's the fact that when you're doing the special 2 to consume the debuffs for the Furies now, 2 of them are always staying, meaning you're able to get more Furies than normal. Because when you drop your special 2 and you would have consumed all your debuffs on pre-buff Venom, then you need to get 40 combo to get 4 of them back. Or if you have the genetic memory passive from your special 1, it would have to be 20 hits and yeah, stuff like that. But now, because of the fact that you're not ever consuming 2 of the debuffs, you don't need to do that 40 combo thing anymore. So you can let your purple passive fall off, and then those debuffs are all still there. So as you can see right here, the old Venom would have only got 2 extra Furies on that special 2, but the new one, we got 8, and again, there's just a bunch of debuffs that are actually just staying on the special 2, meaning we're able to hold a lot more Furies than normal. And so that storm goes down in 54 seconds, which is really, really nice for a 6-star. And so now we're going to go fight Captain Marvel. I'm going to show you the longer fight rotation, which is where we're going to go for an SP3 first, which basically doubles the potential amount of Furies you can get. It's really, really nice. I like it a lot. And then, yeah, we're just going to build up special 3 first. Of course, take specials in the block. Eat a combo to show you that, yeah, losing combo meter doesn't matter for debuff application anymore, which is super, super nice. And then, yeah, I'll take that special on the block right there. And then she's going to drop her special 1 maybe, or I'm just going to go for my special 3 actually. And then we drop it here, and we're going to not do a lot of damage on it because we have to ramp up our Furies and stuff. But we're going to continue to keep blocking the specials to gain extra combat power rate, because Venom, when he blocks specials, he's going to get extra combat power rate per debuff, and that's really, really solid. because you're going to be able to get to your specials faster and just regen a bunch of the damage back. So that's really cool. Anyway, so you saw the regens were paused a little bit during my special attack too, which is very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and drop the special 2 with 8 Furies. Again, the regens are paused, so we're just getting extra regen at that point. And then we have the 8 Furies now, and we're going to build up to another special 2, which is going to give me 6 more of them, and 12 Furies right there, and then she's dead. It was actually only 4 more Furies instead of 6 because I cut my combo 1 short. But it's not like it mattered at all because that was a crazy amount of damage. And now we're going to go fight Juggernaut, and I'm showing you this fight just because I want to show you the utility of now being able to keep the decelerates active after your special 2. So we're going to use the stagger here, which is really good because the stagger kind of got buffed too. They didn't really talk about this, but Anti-Venom's old stagger used to take a full second to actually remove a buff from triggering, and now it's like instant like a Mystic would. We failed the Unstoppable from triggering right there, which is super cool. And then I don't even think I go for a stagger anymore because I have so many decelerates that I don't actually need to. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my special 2 right here, and then 2 decelerates are still active, and then of course we're just going to keep failing the Unstoppables, which again is something he couldn't do before, which is awesome. And I don't notice here, I really should start going to cycle back into my decelerate mode, and it took me a little while to actually do that, so I'm not going to be able to get as many decelerates as I wanted to, because I should have cycled earlier, but it's fine. And that 1 decelerate still fails the Unstoppable, because it's still like a 50% chance to fail. I think it's more than that when you add the Exasperate passive onto it. So he goes down right there. And then the last thing I'm going to show is using his Spectre. And the Spectre obviously is really, really good for heal reverse, and not just Spectre, but the Petrify too in the special 1. And he is one of, if not the best heal reversers in the game. I think Leader's probably better at heal reversing, and the Anti-Venom's up there in like the top 3 with some other heal reversals. His is very, very strong. You're going to get the Spectres active. They're going to get more potent from the Exasperate passives. Have pretty much full uptime on Despair once you get your debuffs online. And then every special 1 is also a 40% Petrify passive for even more healing reduction. And you're just going to see it's just going to go absolutely wild. And we're able to spam special 1s more if we just block the special 2s from Wolverine here, giving me more power, and just look at his health pool completely getting destroyed. So yeah, there goes Wolverine. And that's Anti-Venom, man. I'm really excited to get this guy as a 7-star. Plenty more gameplay will come once I actually do that. And he's really, really cool. I absolutely love playing this character. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.